Hi, welcome back to part two of my Panama series. Why I decided to retire in Panama. Welcome again. My name is Dawn, and this is my channel, So Retired, where I talk about everything I love about sewing and being retired. So, in part one, I talked about some of the reasons why I chose Panama and also why I decided that I wanted to retire outside of the USA. So, in this series here, in this part two of the series, I'm going to be talking about some of my doubts, right? Yeah, so I said this is where I wanted to retire. Did my research, found all the necessary things I needed to do, found a lawyer. I've been to Panama several times over the last 3 years, stayed repeatedly for at least 3 weeks. So it wasn't a vacation. Went to different parts of the country, fell in love with every place that I went to, unfortunately. The people are absolutely lovely. My Spanish is terrible, but as long as I'm trying, they will help me out, to get the correct pronunciations. So, what doubts could I have moving to this beautiful country? Well, I wrote them down so I could stay on topic because really I had quite a few doubts, but I think these 10 are the big 10 for me. Number one was leaving my mom. My mom's elderly, and even though she's in good spirit and good health, I was wondering, that thought had crossed my mind. I'm going to leave my mom, but Panama is a 4-hour plane ride, and Copa Airlines is the airline for the Americas, and Panama is their base. So it's easy to get a flight to go back to the USA. Number two was leaving behind my children, even though they're adults. I said, oh, I'm going to leave behind my kids. And of course, they reminded me that they are adults and they are living their own life, and I don't need to be worried about them. And they can fly down to come see me too. All right. So the next thing that crossed my mind, my other doubts, what about my grandchildren? I don't want to leave my grandchildren. I'm going to miss all these pivotal highlights that will happen in their life. Well, my grandchildren are both teenagers. One is almost a teenager, and the bigger one said to me, "That's okay. I'm all right." And of course, they always be telling me, we'll FaceTime you and we can talk on the phone. So that was doubt number three that I was able to, sort out and tamper down. Number four, leaving my friends. I have lifelong friendships over 20 odd years with certain people in my life. And of course, I won't see them every day. But once again, through the miracle of the iPhone or any phone, we can FaceTime each other, we can talk. Everyone has already lined up about when they're coming, which month is they're going to be their month to come. So I'm going to have lots and lots of visitors over the next few weeks. As a matter of fact, they told me to hurry up and get down here in Panama so they have somewhere to go. So far, the first four doubts that I had, I've been able to negotiate those and I feel comfortable with them. Number five, will I be able to learn Spanish so I can speak Spanish fluently and be understood? So that was an issue, but it depends where you're going to stay in Panama. Panama City, there's a lot of Spanish people who do speak English, so you can kind of get away with not knowing as much Spanish. But if you move outside of the city, then you're really going to have to know the language. And I have decided that I would like to live outside the city. So I'm doing everything I can to learn as much Spanish as I can. So every day I do a little bit of Spanish homework. I got some Audible tapes that I listen to and some other things to help me. And then, of course, I try and talk to my neighbors. I have one or two neighbors whose English is just as bad as my Spanish. So between the two of us, I'm learning new words in Spanish and they're helping me too. So that was number five. Number six, this is something that is really important that for a lot of people, should I sell my home? I have a vehicle. Should I sell my vehicle? Or should I keep them? So those were other doubts or other concerns, I should say, not really a doubt. So at the moment, I have decided not to sell my home. I'm going to keep my home in this current location. I might sell my vehicle. I'm not sure yet. I'm still thinking about that one too. Then the number 7, can I really declutter and let go of my belongings? So this was a big one for me, and I think it might be a big one for other people too, because you've collected so many things over the years, memorabilia that you would love to bring with you, different garments that might be a treasure that you have. So, for me to be able to negotiate that, I decided that one, if I haven't worn something in the last 2 years, then I don't need to worry about it. So I gave it away. With that mindset, I ended up giving away at least 13 bags of clothes, shoes, and pocketbooks and a whole bunch of other stuff to Goodwill. Next was my pictures. I want to bring my pictures with me, so I have all those packed up of family pictures that I've taken over the years. It wasn't a lot. And then I also got a Google Home camera thing where I downloaded a lot of pictures on there so the pictures can rotate and I can see them physically. So without having to actually have see them digitally rather, not physically. So that helped take up, not to take up a lot of space. So I can still see the pictures of me and the grandkids and so forth. And I can add new pictures to that. So I thought that was a real nice addition. As a matter of fact, I got it as a gift when I went to a wedding and I had never used it. And it came in kind of handy for this occasion right here. So that was number 7. I think number 8 for me and number 9, 8 and 9, I guess could be kind of combined together. And will I be able to make new friends and how not to be lonely? So I have decided as a single woman in her 60s to relocate out of the country and come to a brand new country. Do I know anyone here? I have met some people by coming back and forth, back and forth. So I have met a couple people. So, but knowing someone on vacation and knowing someone once you relocate here are two different things. You know, everyone works. I don't work. I'm retired. So, what are things that I can do to keep myself from not being lonely in a new country where I don't speak the language as fluently as I would like to? So, luckily, Panama is a country that loves a festival. They have lots of little fruit markets all over the place. There are my agent who helped me find my place to live. Has told me about different places where I can go to get something to eat, to get my nails done, um, to go shopping, to go to the movies. So that part, I have been able to explore lots of places and I still have lots more places to explore. So I think I can alleviate the issue there of being lonely as long as I stay busy. Making friends will be another thing that I'd have to see how that goes and give you an update on that. So number 10 was the last one that I felt that really was going to maybe trip me up and make me not want to retire out the country was, I guess, number 9 again, which was loneliness. Um, as I said before, I am doing this all on my own. I don't, have anyone else to do it with me. Will I be able to make it? I'm as I'm doing this recording here, I'm even thinking to myself, so far so good. I've had a couple of moments when I have said to myself, maybe not. Maybe I should go back, but that is just natural. You're doing something new, you're doing something different. This is a wonderful experience that I've never done before in my entire life. I'm a complete empty nester, solo. I can go anywhere I want, do anything that I want, so to speak. So there's been a couple of moments when I have said, "Wow, You really doing this? I am. Do I have any regrets? So far, none. No regrets whatsoever. I love it here. The people in my neighborhood are friendly. I've met some of my neighbors already. Even though our English, and even though their English rather, and my Spanish is not good, I have met about three, four lovely people already, just right here in the community. So those were my doubts about moving to Panama, the 10 things that I mentioned. And number 9 and 10 was loneliness. I just combined those two together because I think that is a really big thing to take into consideration when you're deciding to retire somewhere and you're doing it on your own, not with a partner, how to avoid loneliness. So those are my 10 things. So thank you for listening to part 2 of the series. In part 3, I'm going to talk a little bit more about decluttering as I did pack up over 10 40-gallon totes of things that I said I want to bring with me here to Panama, which on second thought, I don't need all these 10 things now that I'm here in Panama. So please come back, like, share, and subscribe what you've heard. What you have heard today on this one, part 2. And then come back to part 3, please, where I talk about why do I have 10 totes, 40-gallon totes of stuff that I said I wanted to bring here and how I'm going to reduce the 10 down to 2. Thanks again. See you next Sunday. Bye.